But today, it's reversed. أفضل نساء أمتي أو أفضل نساء أوائلنا is what? Is أكثرهن مهرا وإن لم يكن أحسنهن وجها. I mean, they might not be the most beautiful woman, but however, when the dowry comes, we have to make this dowry high. And this has been one of the big obstacles in front of getting married of our youth. A lot of our youth, they want to get married, but because of what? Because of dowry problems, they stay back. They can't get married. Because you have to have this, you have to have that, you have to have this, you have to have this. So what happens? It becomes an obstacle in front of our marriages. This is not Islam, dear brothers and sisters. What Islam teaches is a mahar, a dowry should be less. As something, a symbol Islam has put out. That is al-mahar. Now the third part also, which is after the mahar, Islam tells us that between these a husband and wife, one lesson we have to learn, dear brothers and sisters, that there is never a perfect marriage. Some of us, when we get married, we were always looking for what? For perfect marriage. My wife is perfect. I'm looking for a woman who is perfect in every angle. My question to you, is that good enough? You're looking for perfect, right? Yes. But are you perfect too? I'm looking for a wife who is perfect in cleaning, in cooking, in looking, in everything. But the question goes to me, am I perfect too? If I'm perfect and I'm looking imperfect, that is fair enough. But if I'm not perfect, why am I looking at a perfect woman? What Islam is telling us is, it takes both a man and a woman, a husband and a wife, to make a perfect marriage. It's a journey where the both of them have to work on their road, on their path, in order to achieve a perfect marriage in the future. Otherwise, nobody. When I look at throughout the history, there are only two people I found that they have perfect marriage. Other than that, I have never seen two people who have, even our Prophet doesn't have a perfect marriage. You could look at Surah Al-Talaq and see what Allah SWT talked about the Prophet and his wife. The Prophet didn't have a perfect marriage. The only one who had a perfect marriage was Imam Ali and Fatima Salamullahi alayhi. These are the two beings who had the perfect marriage. That you see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after the marriage of Imam Ali and Fatima, the next day the Prophet went to Imam Ali alayhi salam and asked Imam Ali, he said, Ya Ali, kayfa wajadta Fatima? Ya Ali, how did you find Fatima? Now listen, what was the answer of Imam Ali alayhi salam? Did he say, Inna kanat jamila? Inna kanat awila Fatima? He says, إنني وجدتها خير معين على طاعة الله. I found Fatima a supportive woman in obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She helped me to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more than I used to. Means what? A wife has to be like a step which helps a husband to go forward in terms of a husband's relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The same question, after the Prophet finished with Imam Ali, he went to Fatima Salamullahi alayha. He asked Fatima the same question. Ya Fatima, kayfa wajadti Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali? How did you find Ali? Now listen to the answer again. What was the answer? Wallahi, the same answer like Imam Ali. وجدته خير معين على طاعته. I found Amir al-Mu'mineen, Imam Ali, khayr mu'in, the best helper, the best supportive. In what? In obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the bottom line, dear brothers and sisters. That a wife should be a woman who supports her husband in the relationship of husband and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the same thing has to apply the woman too. That a wife also, a husband also should be a supportive for the wife in what? In becoming the best servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the Islam teaches when it comes to what? Choosing a spouse or a wife or husband. These are the teachings of Ahlul Bayt, brothers and sisters. But what are the rules or what are the rights of a husband on a wife and the rights of a wife on the husband? What are the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put on the shoulder of a husband that is wajib that he has to do for his wife? And what are the wajib that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put on the shoulder of a wife towards her husband? Which we call حقوق الزوج على الزوجة وحقوق الزوجة على الزوج. What are they? Inshallah, next week, if Allah gives us alive, we will talk these into details. What are the rights and the boundaries of a husband, and what are the boundaries of a wife, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to have a good husbands and good wives, inshallah. Those of us who are already married, Ya Allah, give our houses peace and help us to work on our relationship, Ya Rabbal Alamin. Ya Allah, those of us who are single, unmarried, Ya Allah, we ask you to make it easier for them to find their soulmates, Ya Rabbal Alamin. Ya Allah, we ask you, when you choose their soulmate, Ya Allah, choose what is the best for them in dunya wal akhirah. Ya Allah, we ask you, we have a lot of brothers and sisters who are suffering in pains, Ya Allah. We ask you to help them to end their crisis, Ya Rabbal Alamin. Ya Allah, we ask you, all of us, we have problems, Ya Allah. We ask you help us to solve our problems, Ya Rabbal Alamin. اللهم إنا نسألك وندعوك بأحب الخلق إليك بمحمد وعلي وفاطمة والحسن والحسين والتسعة المعصومين من ولد الحسين يا الله. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والظالمين. اللهم أعز من أعز الدين واخذل من خذل المؤمنين. إلى أمواتكم وأموات المؤمنين رحم الله من قال فاتح مع الصلوات. اللهم صل على